Hey guys, Retro Reviews here again with another Age of Extinction Transformers video review. And this time I'm going to be doing the Generations Crosshairs figure. So here he is in his Corvette Stingray C7 alt mode, brand new Stingray for the movie. My only complaint for this alt mode really is that in sculpt wise, it feels like it's a little squat in the front. Like it just ends too short. Like it should start right here instead of right here, and give it a little bit more length in the front of the car. But overall, not too bad. Now it is missing some paint apps. I would wish that instead of just having plain old bland green behind the headlights, we would have had some of the details painted in. But they are there to paint in yourself, if that is your preference is what I was trying to say. Does have Corvette logo molded in on both sides, as well as an itty bitty Stingray logo molded in on the side there. Autobot symbol on both sides, but real quick I want to show off, he does have this nice paint scheme on this side like he does in the movie. However, it does transfer over into the back decently enough. But then when you get on this side, yeah, it's kind of missing a lot of paint apps on this side, which is another big complaint I have. And just a lot of the paint applications went into making some of these clear plastic pieces in car mode turn out to look like opaque pieces. So these panels right here are translucent to give the windows, or transparent to give the windows and the headlights, to give them a clear look. And no paint apps for the taillights or the exhaust pipes, which was actually one thing I did fail to mention. For High Octane Bumblebee, he does have an SS logo molded in on the back of his car, but he doesn't have any taillights painted in. They're just kind of molded on. So, and as you can see, when we get to transforming him, since his characterization is him using his alt mode as a duster coat, it does kind of make his toy end up being a robot shoved underneath the vehicle. But we'll get to that in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and do a real quick size comparison with the Generations Bumblebee from IDW Generations. Very nice scaled wise. And then let's throw Thundercracker in there just to show off how good he is scaled to a robot mode. So there's that. And go ahead and transform him now. We're going to start off by taking his gun out and setting that off to the side. And then we're going to unpeg the arms, which is really scary to do because the piece that they peg into is part of this transparent plastic piece, that this big panel right here, that's transparent plastic, so that's very scary to do. So yeah, untab those, and then untab his arms from the back piece, and then go ahead and rotate the back piece up and out of the way, and then rotate the wheels out to give his arms clearance, and then straighten up the shoulders or elbows, because he has this going on. You want to fold his elbows around and down to give a more natural elbow to him, and kind of fold those however you want. But yeah, then go ahead and take these pieces with the headlights and pull them off to the side, and then take the hood piece and pull that off, and then take the legs, separate them out, and then fold out the foot, and then fold out the heel. Do the same on this side, and then rotate him this way. Just make sure you don't accidentally re-tab the panel back into his leg. And then last, what we're going to do is we're going to take these rubbery pieces and fold them up. And they do peg in with these posts right here. Will go into these slots right here underneath or in his chest. And I can get, on mine, I can get this side in fairly decently. It does peg in very easily, and it does get that. But then this one doesn't like to peg in all too easily. Because if you notice when I peg it in, okay, now it actually wanted to do it. And then, last thing I like to do is I just like to take this and rotate it backwards a little bit to free up some of the robot. And there we have Crosshairs in his robot mode. And his green is throwing off my white balance, so I hope it's not showing up as bright green as it's supposed to be. It's actually supposed to be more of a basic green color instead of a very bright, vibrant green like my camera is showing it. But anyways, robot mode, very, very nice robot mode. I do like this one. He can hold his gun in either hand, which he only does come with one submachine gun, unlike the two that he comes with in the or that he shows that having in the movies. But he also comes with these, which are folded up and hidden away underneath his duster, which they say they're supposed to be pistols, but in all actuality they're grenades with molded in timers. As if you can see that well, there's a timer in there, and I don't know if it's supposed to be like that with 8888 or no, it is supposed to be like that. So there is a timer in both of these, and they're actually supposed to be grenades, so you can hold one like this. But the post that we pegged them into on the duster is wide enough for a handle. That's why they said that these are pistols. No, they're actually supposed to be grenades. So he does have some armaments, some weapon armaments, and it does look fairly decent. Just there is a peg hole in his coat all the way up here that is very hard to get to with the robot mode in the way and a camera in the way trying to show off how to get to it, but in actuality it's not as hard as I'm putting it out to be. But yeah, there's that. You can fold up the coat to be more streamlined with his figure, or you can splay it out like that and really get some interesting action poses out of him. And for posability wise, he does have a ball jointed head, which is a little bit limited with his robot mode's color getting in the way. And then he also does have a double hinged shoulder. We have a ball hinge right on the inside of the shoulder, as well as another hinge right here. And elbows are double hinged. Hips are universal joints with forward, back, side to side. And is there a thigh swivel? There is not a thigh swivel. But yeah, we get that kind of movement out of the elbow. We have a swivel at the knee though to incorporate a thigh swivel. And we have a single jointed knee. Never mind. And then for transformation, there is a hinge at the ankle, but it really doesn't accomplish much, so there's that. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this away. Clean up his robot mode a bit better. But yeah, there is Crosshairs. It does look very nice in his robot mode. And real quick size comparison, there he is with his wave mate, High Octane Bumblebee. And here he is with another different generations figure, Thundercracker, so you can get a good size comparison between the different waves, see the different sizes and price. Now, in all honesty, Crosshairs does feel a little bit more massive than Bumblebee does, but that might just be me. I mean, if somebody else notices it too, they can let me know or whatever, but now my biggest complaints with this figure is the paint applications, because of so much of it going into making these bits appear opaque when they're all one singular clear piece, is a little bit disappointing, because we've got so much molded in detail that could get painted in, but it gets left out, like his head. His head actually does have light piping, which is kind of showing off fairly decently back there, but his goggles, which on the package are painted silver with a red lens and a blue lens, are non-existent. It's all painted in the same green as the rest of him, with no lenses whatsoever, and just a lot of molded on detail that could have got painted that didn't. Now, there is the Platinum Edition Autobots set that's coming with Crosshairs, New Bumblebee, Drift, Hound, and Evasion Mode Optimus Prime, but all of them coming with different color schemes, which, if you're wanting to wait for that, you can. If you're going to go ahead and pick up the retail release of these figures, I do highly suggest Crosshairs. He is a fun Transformer, a very nice standalone figure too. Very nice and fun to fiddle around with and transform back and forth. He is nice, he is fun. I do recommend him. Just overall very nice figure. And yep, that's about it. Anyways, this is Ratchet Reviews. I hope you guys liked this video review, and I will see you again next time.